Creating a KDP low content notebook with bleed in Keynote. Hi, Kerry here from Dream Creative Beat, and welcome to my channel where we show you how to make money online with KDP low content books and Etsy with new training every week. So be sure to hit the big red subscribe button down below. So in my previous video, I actually showed you how to use Keynote to create a simple lined notebook without any bleed, and you can check the video out in the top right hand corner. And in this video, I'm actually just going to add and show you how to do it with bleed and how to actually get all your measurements and things like that. And then in my next video, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to create different covers for both of those, both paperback and hardback. And then we'll move on and do some other videos in Keynote, such as making some logbooks and things like that. So let's move on. So as you can see, this is my screen. I've got Keynote already open, but I want to create a new one. So I'll just click File, Add New. And again, I'm just going to select the basic white template. And again, I'm just going to highlight all of these and delete them. And then what I want to do is go to document. So from document, I need to change this to custom slide. And again, we are presented with everything in points. So we need to convert anything that is inches to points. And how to do that? It's simply by timesing everything by 72. So get your calculator up and that should help you work it out. But I've already worked it out for when we do bleed. So we're going to do a 6x9 with bleed. So what we need to do is we need to actually add 0.125 to our width. So it should become 6.125, which then comes to 441, which is our points for our width. And for our height, it becomes 9.25 because we actually add 0.125 to the top and 0.125 to the bottom to get bleed, hence the reason it becomes 0.25. So to get to the right answer for that, we actually need 666. And then we click OK. So this becomes the right size. I'm just going to reduce zoom a little bit so we can actually see. Now, normally what I do is I put margins in, but the whole idea about bleed is that because it's lines, we want it to go all the way across. But I do still want margins at the top. So I'm still going to go into View, and I'm then going to add my rulers on. So what I want is I just want some margins at the top and at the bottom. I don't want any at the side because I don't need anything like inner margins or outside margins, but I do want the top and the bottom. Now the minimum margin you need for the top and the bottom is 0.25 inches. You can, if you had to have like an inner margin, that's usually 0.375. But again, because we're doing bleed and the whole purpose of bleed is lines and images go outside of the margin. So I'm just going to add margins at the top here, and I want it to be 0.25. So I need to work that out in points. So I'm just going to open up the calculator and I'm going to go 0.25 and I'm going to times that by 72, and that should give me 18. So that's easy enough to do the top. So I'm just going to drag that down, and where it says the Y one, I want it to be 18 points. Now for the bottom one, we know that it was 666, so I need to now do 666 minus 0.25. Oh, hang on, no, so 25 is 18. So 666 minus 18 gives me 648. So if I just go down here, I want 648. There we go. So now I've got my top and bottom margins. Again, I don't need any of the other margins. If I was going to actually add embellishments to this notebook, like add little pictures and things like that, then I would need those. And the minimum I would go for would be 0.375, which is, and I'm looking down at my notes, is 27 points. So I could have done that as well, but I just want plain lines. So now I'm just going to add a table, so I could either go here or I could go to insert and table. Now the reason why I'm choosing the plain one is because it just happens to be easiest to edit, so I'm just going to go plain. I'm going to click on the pause button here, and I'm going to get rid of the other columns, so I'm just going to click on the drop down button there, and it gives me one single column. So what I can do now is highlight all of these. I can go to format, I can click on a cell, and from here I can select to have none of these. So I can click here, borders, no borders. So it's taken all the outside borders away. And then here I can click and I can actually say what border I want, and it's actually giving me a border on the side there. So I'm just going to click there, go there, and it's going to go border there. So here I just want a bottom one, so I'm just going to click there, 1 point there, on the bottom, 1, on the bottom, 1. Oh, what's going on all of them? Bottom, 1. And what I can do now, bottom, now I just need to add as many as I want, so I'm just going to move this to the top here. And as you can see, I can come all the way across and make it so it goes all the way across. And then I just select how many I want. I usually go for 24 because that's usually the common size for notebooks for this sort. And it usually also makes it nearly equivalent to the wide rule. If I click on here, it's made it 28, and the wide rule is about 24 points, so which is about 8.1 millimeters. So that's slightly bigger. So maybe I could have added some more. Oops, where did I go? I think I could have added a couple of more rows, and that was gone 26. And if I go 25, there we go. 26 gives me the equivalent to a wide rule. So that is it with bleed. And again, I could just click on the slide here and start duplicating to how many you want. And they're usually about 100 pages or 120 pages, depending on what you want. And that is how to do it with bleed. So the next video that I'm going to create, I'm going to show you how to actually do a cover for both of these, and then we'll upload them to KDP. So if you like this video, don't forget to hit the like button. Also, if you haven't already subscribed, don't forget to hit the little bee above my head to subscribe. While you're here, don't forget to check out the previous video I created on how to actually do a notebook without bleed in Keynote.